Hello, Accelerated Math 7-8 students. We are working on Module 14, and this is Lesson 18. Okay, the title of our lesson today is There is only one line passing through a given point with a given slope. All right, our goal for today. Today we will practice understanding all the parts of slope-intercept form. The question that I want you to be thinking about is, can you have two different lines that pass through the same point with the same slope? Okay, and then you have to tell me why. All right, things to remember. Quick check. Is this graph correct? So here is the line in slope-intercept form. You are supposed to take this line and see if they graphed it correctly. Okay, now there's something very, very easy right now that you can do, and we spent a lot of time talking about this in class, to prove this. You could technically prove it just by looking at it, okay, if you're really, really good, and if you remember 2 lessons ago with what the slope of a line looks like. So what I'm trying to hint at is, if you look at your slope in slope-intercept form, look at your slope, that means m equals 1/2. Well, if m equals 1/2, that means that you're going up 1 and to the right 2. Up 1 and to the right 2. Are we going up 1 and to the right 2 ever on this graph? You should have said no, because on this graph, it has a negative slope, because we're going down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2, down 1 to the right 2. Do you all see it? Okay, so let's graph what this one says. This one says that I'm supposed to cross at the 4, which happens to be right here, and then I'm supposed to go up 1 and to the right 2. So my next point is there. So the line truly should be going like that. So is this graph correct? The answer is no. Okay, what this graph really shows is, if you start at the 4, so we can reconstruct our equation backwards this time. So we know the b is 4. Okay, well then let's write it. We know that our equation is y equals mx plus b. That's what we know. We know the b. You told me the b was 4, so 4 goes out here, plus, because it's a positive 4. And then my slope is up 1 over 2, so up 1 over 2. And then all of that equals this. But unfortunately, on this one, our slope is not going up 1 over 2. It's actually going down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. Down 1 over 2. So our slope is actually negative. So the equation for the line that was on the graph should be y equals a negative 1/2 x plus 4. Okay? And I think we just proved it, didn't we? Okay, so now you get to show what you know, and this is what we're going to be doing in this lesson. It says y equals 7/4 x minus 5. So if we like to stick with what we know, we could rewrite it so it says y equals 7/4 x plus a negative 5. Okay, so now, because we did that, we now know that we can identify the m and we can identify the b so that we can figure out what this line looks like. Well, the b, I always start with the b. I don't know why, but I do. The b for this problem is negative 5. Okay, because it's sitting right there. The m for this equation is 7/4. Okay, so now I know the slope, so I need to, on my graph, I need to go down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I put a dot because that's where it crosses the y. And then this slope says I'm supposed to go up 7 over 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 over 4. 1, 2, 3, we're going to fall off the paper, 4. So here's my next point. So this is what our line looks like. Okay, so that's what we know. Okay, so now I'm going to leave you to do this one. really tricky. So what form is this in? This is in standard form. You need to turn it into slope-intercept form. Then you have to identify the slope, and then you have to identify the b, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to decide if there can be um, more than one line that passes through a given slope, okay? And we'll do that with the practice in class. You'll see how it connects. But basically, in order to do that, all you have to do is you have to be able to identify the parts so that you know whether they share anything in common. If they had the same slope, then they would both have a slope that says 7/4, okay? They could have the same slope that goes 7/4, but they could cross at a different intercept, okay? So keep that in mind too when we're working on it. So let's go back to our goal today. Today we will practice understanding the parts of slope-intercept form, which we did, identifying the m and the b. Can you have two different lines that pass through the same point with the same slope? Well, my guess is if it has the exact same slope and it has the exact same point, is it a different line? Think about it. Has the exact same crossing of the y-axis, which would be -5. It has the exact same slope. What kind of line is going to get formed if you do that? The exact same line. So it would be one line, not two. Okay? So if it has the same intercept and it has the same slope, it has to be the exact same line, just written twice. All right? All right, kiddos, that's all I have for you in this lesson today. Talk to you soon. Bye.